Imagine a blockchain with the scarcity of Bitcoin, but the efficiency and scalability of Solana. This isn't financial advice, but today we're going to be diving into the world of Bitcoin Solaris, because this is a project that is just about to enter pre-sale, and these guys are doing a hell of a lot right. Let's dive into it. So here we are on the Bitcoin Solaris website, and as you can see, these guys are branded as the next evolution of Bitcoin. There's a few reasons for this as we'll dive into in this video, but we can see this is going to be a more advanced blockchain than both Bitcoin and Solana. It's going to have more enhanced performance, and it's going to be open access so people can develop on it. They have massive media attention right now, and if we're looking at these stats, we can see that it is going for a 10,000 transactions per second on this blockchain. So if you compare this to Bitcoin that can literally only handle 7 transactions per second, this is a massive leap for this potential project. We can also see the transaction finality time in seconds will be 2 seconds, which compared to Bitcoin, again, would be 60 minutes. So again, a huge leap there. And one of the biggest issues with Bitcoin that people have is the energy consumption. Now, because they've taken and integrated certain parts of Solana into this blockchain, there actually isn't much energy used here, and they're actually going with a 99.95% more efficiency compared to Bitcoin. Now, there's many things you can do with this, particularly using the Solana ecosystem and integration with this, because it means that devs will be able to easily build on Bitcoin Solaris because they would have built on Solana before. So it would be easy to take that knowledge over and build on this blockchain as well. But why is this blockchain better than Solana? We've talked about it and why it's better than Bitcoin, but the reason why it's better than Solana is because of the value system or the blockchain economics, right? So if we go over to the white paper here, we can see there's going to be 2 layers to this blockchain. We can see there's going to be a proof of stake layer, just like Bitcoin, with a mining difficulty that changes every 3 days. And this will obviously affect the price and make it so the price goes up over time, just like with Bitcoin. They have a bunch of other mechanisms here as well, and they've got the base layer, which will be for the main layer, and then the Solaris layer, which will be for dApps and more of the Solana side technology. Now, this is great because it's combining the best of both worlds. We know how good Solana is, we know how good Bitcoin is, but having both of these mechanisms merged into one could really open the door for this blockchain to be one of the big ones, if not the best one out there. They're also allowing you to mine with smartphones, personal computers, and of course, the traditional mining rig methods. Now, why has this got so much potential? If we look at the tokenomics here, we can actually see that the supply is very similar to Bitcoin. So we can see the initial minting will be 7 million BTC, which you can get obviously in the pre-sale, and then they're going to have 66% of the supply available for mining. So just like Bitcoin, they're going to have a 21 million supply. Comparing that to Solana, which is of course in the hundreds of millions in circulating supply, we can see the deflationary aspect of this over time. And that's why this is a pre-sale that is massive on my radar right now. We can see that the price, if you were to get in at this pre-sale when it launches in a few days, is going to be $1 per coin. And then after that, the price will double in the next phase, all the way to $2, which is pretty crazy. The launch price they're going for with this token is actually $20. So if you were to get in a few days here, or when this video is live, if the pre-sale's going, you could potentially make a 20x after this pre-sale ends. But how long is this pre-sale actually going to last? Obviously, we've seen BlockDAG and other pre-sales last 6 months, 8 months. A BlockDAG actually lasts 1.5 years. But this is actually only going to last 3 months. So your first mover advantage here is massive. And you can see there's going to be 300,000 of the BTCS or Bitcoin Solaris tokens here, all available for the pre-sale. This is a massive chunk of the supply. Imagine owning this much Bitcoin, you would be incredibly wealthy. Imagine owning 10 Bitcoin, you'd be incredibly wealthy right now. So yes, having this much available, I think is appropriate. And the fact that you can make so much just throughout the pre-sale period is nice. To go along with this, we did just talk about the mining on a phone, but they are actually releasing their own app here where you can actually just set it up and then mine on the phone. You can see no hardware investment is needed, energy efficient algorithm optimized for mobile. Earn passive income while your phone charges. So you could just leave your phone charging overnight and it's going to be mining this Bitcoin Solaris for you. And that's just going to be a great use of your computing power, which otherwise you wouldn't be using, and now this would be generating passive income. And the best thing about it is it's a 60-second setup process. Now, along with all of this, guys, obviously this could be the next Bitcoin, as you can see here. There is only ever going to be 21 million of these tokens. And the functionality behind this blockchain as a whole, I think, is very unique and something that could scale massively. So getting in at this level could be something where you earn a lot of passive income. If we look at the tokenomics here, guys, we can see out of the 21 million tokens, we have talked a little bit about this, but 66% for mining, 20% for the pre-sale, 5% for liquidity pools. That's just going to help keep the price stable after token generation. And then 2% for ecosystem development, 2% also for community rewards, 2% for marketing, 2% for staking rewards, and a 0.33% for team and advisors. When I look at a tokenomic structure like this is usually the structure you would see for a project that is aiming to be massive, like a Solana, like a Ethereum, this kind of structure where you're basically giving away 86% for the community via mining and the pre-sale is a huge sign they're going for distribution, they're going for decentralization, and therefore they're going for longevity. And seeing a team and advisors percentage here under 1%, I mean, is crazy because most of the time team and advisors are 7.5%, 15% sometimes. So seeing it this low just goes to show how dedicated they are to this project and how we can see that this has a lot of potential. So that is Bitcoin Solaris, the next evolution of Bitcoin. Definitely something that should be on your radar, guys. Do not sleep on this pre-sale. I think this has a lot of potential, and I think this is a massive innovation on both Bitcoin and Solana. That's going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day. Check this one out in the description, and I will see you in the next one.